Hi there, Lloyd Machedo Sweeney from LloydMachedo.com, who's Lloyd Machedo and Think Personal Branding. Today's date is 22nd May 2017. Time right now is 7:15 in the evening. I got this really good question from a youngster, really smart, logical question. And the question was simply this: Lloyd, I'm paraphrasing. Lloyd, you are a self-made guy. You have read books, all the books at the back, not read all. You read books, you listen to audio tapes, you listen to educational programs. You're a self-made man, okay? Now, you have watched YouTube videos, you see stuff online, and you have self-thought. So, if you are able to achieve this level of success, being self-educated, why do you recommend others to take a coach? Why? Because obviously getting a coach is very expensive, and having me as a coach is also very expensive. It's a really good question. So I want to answer that question today. Now, here's the thing. Look at me. I was born on 29 Jan 1977. I'm 40 years old, 40. Okay, I may not look 40, but I am 40. Okay. Now, at the age of 40 today, I have designed my life the way I like it. Okay. Sometimes I really think, if I had someone to guide me, if I had a professional coach, where would I have been at the age of 40? Look at all the greats. You have Mike Tyson, you have Ivan Lendl, Boris Becker, you have Ralph Nader, whatever. You have that Tiger Woods, Mike Tyson. You have all these great legends. Okay, agreed, you don't want to be up there. But these guys were taught right from a very small age, a very tiny age, from the time they were children. And they put in these 10,000 hours, like Malcolm Gladwell said, and that is why they were able to reach the level of success, which at a very early age. Now, just imagine. I'm asking you, if you had the world's best coach, the world's best coach or mentor, guide you right from the age of 5. By the age of 25, you would have been the world's number one for sure. Why? Because you have a person who has all the wealth of experience, all the wisdom, the knowledge, the maturity, the discretion to guide you, to tell you what you should be doing, how you should be doing it, where you should be doing it, and to whom you should be doing it. It's like you are getting a filtered version of the best of the best. It's like I've made so many mistakes in my life, so many incredible mistakes. And because of which, every time I move 2 steps ahead, when I made a mistake, I move 2 steps back. So when I mentor someone, I tell them, don't make the same mistakes I made. I give them the best of the best. Let me give you a simple example. This is a true story. For those of you who follow me on Facebook will know what I'm telling you is true. 5 or 6 years ago, I wanted to improve my health. I was super fat because I had stopped exercise for, I think, 6 years. I ballooned up to 25 or 100 and some 20 kilos. I was really heavyweight. I could not even walk 100 meters. And then, I started doing jogging. I bumped into a runner's club, Saja Buera Striders. I used to stay near Buera. And very soon they told me, one day you'll run half marathons with us. I didn't believe. And by practicing with them, very soon I started to run half marathons. And from 3 hours 30 minutes, I improved to 3 hours 15 minutes. I improved to 3 hours. Then the following year, the second year, I improved from 3 hours. I went 2 hours 45 minutes. However, I was stuck there. No matter what I did, I just couldn't improve. So, given my obsessive nature, I decided I will improve. So I started. I invested. I'm not joking. I went to Kinokuniya, that is in Dubai Mall, the largest bookstore. I spent, I think, $2,500 US, bought all the books, MP3 players, DVDs, MP3s, the DVDs of running, of health, of fitness, everything. I started watching every YouTube video. I literally went to the extreme where I even asked gym coaches, give me these steroids so that I can get the healing of my lower back, my joints, my muscle. I was just obsessed. I did everything except go to a coach because I felt going to a coach was super expensive. So for the next 1 year, I did all the research by myself to improve from 2 hours 45 minutes to break a new record because, I wanted to show off in front of my peers. But guess what? The following year, instead of breaking 2 hours 45 minutes, I ended up back to 3 hours 30 minutes. And everybody laughed at me. I became a laughing stock. I went through my notes, I went through the research. I was like, what the hell did I do wrong? And what I just didn't know what did I do wrong. I was trying to figure out. And then the next year, I got even more obsessed. I challenged them. I said, I will show you, because I'm a guy who cannot accept failure. And I got this friend of mine whose name is Santosh. He's 50 plus, 52, 53. He started running after me, and he was beating me hands down. And he was so confident that I wouldn't improve because I failed so many times. In front of everyone, he challenged me and said, Loy, I'll change my name if you can beat me in running. And, mind you, this guy every year from 3 hours 30, he was improving to 3 hours, and he went 2 hours 45, 2 hours 30 every year. And in long distance running, even if you improve by a minute, it's a miracle. He was improving like 15 minutes every year. And very soon I realized it was not going to be possible to beat him, but I wanted to. So finally I got so fed up, I decided I have to get a coach, because when I look back at those 3 years of trying by myself, I realized that the money I spent by myself, by my own so-called research, was maybe 5 times more what I would have spent for a coach. Finally, I got fed up. I said, enough of this. For 3 months, I went around searching, and finally, I got a coach. His name was Jacques Sophie. You can check my Facebook if you think I'm lying. Jacques Sophie, he looked at me. He said, whatever research you did, whatever training, forget everything. We start from zero. And you'd not believe, from day one, he asked me to do the most simple things like touch my toes, just hold a plank position, stretch. I was not able to do that. The basic stuff which I ignored. And he used to make me do the most simple exercise. Like, why the hell? Like the Karate Kid, pick up your coat and put it up. He would ask me to do simple things. I don't know, why is he asking me to do this? The hardcore research online, and he's asking me to do simple things. He said, just don't question, focus on this. He made me do weird things, like even all the shoes that I purchased, you would not believe, thanks to my genius so-called research, I purchased 17 pairs of the most expensive shoes. He said, you're not going to wear any of these, you're going to wear these simple shoes. And he bought me a particular kind of shoe. He taught me what socks to wear. I didn't even know that I was supposed to put a runners, you have a runners kind of like underwear, which you would wear where your private parts are like compact. I don't know how to explain it, but I after that I started wearing Speedos where it would really hold my the private parts firm. I didn't know this. I'm telling you, I didn't know this. I didn't know what I was supposed to wear. I didn't know how to use a heart rate monitor. I didn't know how to check whether I was running fast or slow. There's so many things I didn't know. And even though I had access to all the information online, he was able to give me what was required. And you'd not believe, by myself for 3 years, I think I spent close to 60, 70, that is close to 20,000 US dollars I spent by myself on supplements, steroids, on outfits, shoes, educational programs. It all went to waste. Seriously. What I spent on this guy, I think $500 a month, okay, in 1 year. Like by myself, the fastest I was able to run was complete 21 kilometers in 2 hours, 45 minutes. And mind you, I told you, in long distance, even if you can improve by 1 minute, it's an achievement. I was able to run 21 kilometers in 2 hours. I shaved off, like from 3 hours, 35 minutes, I ran in 2 hours. I shaved off 1.5 hours, which was like 90 minutes, not heard of. Everyone was in a state of shock. And I did it naturally. I did it without taking anything. Just imagine, steroids and supplements and all the expert advice from Olympians, from their YouTube channel and all that stuff. And I came last, training naturally under a professional coach. I was not only able to save money, I was able to achieve my goal in 1 year, and I broke a record that still stands in my books. everyone, even my friend Santosh, after I beat him in running. I beat him. And till today, he respects me for that. Till today. So what I'm trying to tell you is, yes, you can study by yourself. You can research online. You can go to countless websites. There's an overload of information. You wouldn't know which website to go. You wouldn't know what to do. You don't know if you're doing wrong or right. You'll just keep doing what you have to do. But when you have a professional of the industry who has had the experience, burnt his fingers, who knows what is to be done, he can guide you. Now, I'm not trying to tell you come to me for coaching. No, you don't have to come to me. Go to the best. But do yourself a favor, because remember this, you don't have time on your hands. So if you want to waste another 20, 30 years like how I did, I'm telling you waste, it is a waste. If you want to waste another 10 years doing it by yourself, go ahead and do it. But if you want to learn real skills, real fucking skills which can change your life within a year, then you need to come to a professional. There is a certain degree of value that comes from going to people who have experience. Yes, there's a lot of self-study that I do, lots of self-study, but I go to my coaches because it costs me a lot. I'll tell you, it is bloody expensive, but I go to my coaches because I don't have the time to waste. I don't want to make those mistakes, and I want to achieve success as quickly as possible. Today, I have students who pay me money. I have coaches who I go to, and end of the day, it comes to a choice that you make. But remember this, without hard work, you can never succeed. So to that young man who asked me this intelligent question, yes, you're right. You don't have to come to me. You don't have to go to any coach. You can do it by yourself. Read online, research online, do it all by yourself online. Like, see, even this book, I'm reading this whole book by myself. I'll be reading all this, but end of the day, I have to go to my mentor. I have to go because I'm 40. I don't know how many more years do I have to keep making mistakes, and I don't want to make mistakes. So if you really want to learn skills that you can have for the rest of your life, I strongly, strongly, strongly suggest get yourself a professional mentor. Yes, it'll cost you money, but that is what you're worth because you'll be earning 10 times more. I wish I could go back in time, and I really wish when I was 5 years old I had a world-class mentor. I would have been the best of the best in the world. I ended up with losers as parents and obnoxious people as my relatives. I had to do it by myself. So I hope this answers your question, my dear friend. Get yourself a mentor, do yourself a favor, and change your life. So the rest is in your hands. Bye from Machedo.com, who's Machedo and Think Personal Branding. You got any questions? Let me know. I'd love to answer them. Goodbye for now.